So what I want to talk about in this next video is that what the point that Pam and I want to get across is that MoCRA is going to seem confusing or overwhelming because it's new. The FDA has not rolled out changes like this in a really long time. So there isn't someone on your staff right now that's going to be an expert in what they need to do. And you might just need a little help just to walk you through the process. And that's what we're here for. So you can reach us at courtney.haley@10thstudio.com or Courtney at 10thgroup.com or regulatory at 10thgroup.com. And we're here to help in whatever capacity, and whether we come in and just train your team what to do, or whether we come in and do it for you, whichever you prefer. What I just want to explain is that the requirements are not somewhere where you can just go to an FDA website and it's listed very clearly what you need to do and when you need to do it. It's being rolled out. The FDA is still clarifying some of the information, and we just updated the guidelines again this week. We'll be dropping that on the website. There are more changes coming through. So I'm just gonna have Pam walk us through two new changes that we got clarification on. One is, what if you have multiple sizes for a product that you're listing? And then another one is about product types. So one we have clarification on and one we don't. And so I just kind of wanted to mention that just to show people that we're kind of in the middle of things, and that's okay. That's okay. We will get clarification and we will explain it to you once we know it. And so Pam, I'll hand it over to you. Let's start with multiple sizes of a product.
Okay. For multiple sizes of the same product, only one listing is required. So let's say you have a product that you have a 4-ounce, an 8-ounce, and a 16-ounce product, shampoo, let's say, for example. Shampoo XYZ. So shampoo XYZ will only need one listing, and you will probably, we're not sure yet whether there'll be a checkbox for different sizes, how the different sizes may be indicated, or if they need to be indicated at all. We're not sure yet, but we have been told that it's one listing for multiple sizes of the same exact product. Make it a little easier.
And before we go on to the next one, I believe we were talking about this earlier, so correct me if I'm wrong. We don't know how they're going to have us do the product listing in detail, but we're assuming they're going to make us go through ingredient by ingredient. Is that correct?
No. There's going to be product categories.
It'd be for the ingredient list. So if we have to,
okay, the product listing, right? I'm sorry. The product listing, you're going to have to supply an ingredient declaration, an ingredient listing. Again, there was a lot of discussion about this at a conference, a workshop I attended recently. Is there going to be something where they're going to facilitate it and we'll be able to find the ingredient easily and just check it off? Will we have to enter all the details manually? We're not sure. We are not going to be able to use the same platform, exact same platform that the voluntary registration was set up on. So that's been actually discontinued. So voluntary registration of facility and voluntary listing of cosmetic products is no longer possible, and a new type of platform is going to be used for the listings, the registrations and listings for MoCRA. And again, we don't know how they're going to set that up.
So you and I have been doing ingredient listings for many, many, many years. And it's not an easy process. It's not a matter of you just get the ingredient listing from your supplier and you're done. There's a lot of research that you need to do to make sure that these ingredients are compliant for the different areas, whether it's the state of California or whether it's for the US distribution or different countries. And we won't get into that for this video, but the one thing we must note is that the ingredients have really weird names. They're spelled really weird. They're really long. Like the idea that you have to put it ingredient by ingredient is the overwhelming, daunting task. So I just want to say that I think we're all happy that we can combine for different sizes. I know it sounds small, but it's a big deal if we have to go ingredient by ingredient. And then just to expand on what you said is that there was a voluntary registration in place before MoCRA rolled out, was announced. You were able to put information on there. It's not being transferred to the new platform, which the FDA has not released yet. So you can't do your product listing today even if you wanted to. It doesn't exist. And if you had listed your product voluntarily on the other system, it doesn't transfer over. You have to start over.
You're starting all over. Yes, you are. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then the last part of this I just want to touch on is that there are things that we're still waiting for the FDA to update us on. So let's talk about the product types. Like, what is it that we don't know yet from the FDA for product types?
Well, there was a series of 12 or 13 product types that you could select from in the voluntary product listing, cosmetic listing. And we're guessing that list, we're hoping and guessing that list will probably be the same or very similar. That FDA is probably not going to create something very, very different. So if you're starting to do some work on putting together some information, my recommendation would be is to start with that list. And you know what, Courtney, this is a good point. That's not one of the links that I sent over to you. It's part of the 21 CFR Part 7. It's embedded in the 21 CFR Part 700 for cosmetics. But we can post that link on what those categories are. Again, we don't know if that's going to be the final categories, but it's an excellent starting point. So,
okay. And what Pam's referring to is that we're putting a lot of free information on our website to help you navigate. And there's going to be a lot of links on there, just helpful things. There's going to be a link to the actual bill itself from Congress, which is, I keep saying, 4,000 pages. Not all 4,000 pages is MoCRA, don't worry. So we're going to have like a little information of which pages to go to for MoCRA, but we will have a number of different links that will help you on this MoCRA journey that you're embarking on. And as we shoot this video today, there is 6 months to go until you have to do it.